Those pumps, I paid $300 a piece for them, and the guy came in and put them in, and I irrigated both sides with bubblers.
How big were they when
You know how much those fuckers would cost you now? Oh, they were probably 5 foot shorter.
Damn.
Yeah, 21 years.
Did he have to do? Did he have to use a crane? How did he get them in?
No, we used a Bobcat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Was it like a big root ball? Or?
Yeah. Yeah. That's my pool won't. If I put a Polaris, hook a Polaris up where that sprinkler is, it won't do the whole pool. It won't do that whole side over there. I bought a Polaris. Guy said, "Well, do you have a Polaris pump?" I said, "No, but my motor is bigger than a Polaris motor that runs this Polaris.
Right.
But you need your own pump because it might be running too fast." I said, "Nope, I have a valve. I can control it. I used to build pools just like my pool. This is how you build them." And he said, "Why did they have Polarises? Why did they have 2 pumps?" I said, "Because some asshole thought, hey, how can we charge more
Make
money?
more money,
But you
yeah.
don't need it." So anyway, after I explained to him that I can control my speed with my valve, he said, "That's genius." I said, "Dude, that's how we used to build them back in the 70s. Y'all fucking changed it. Not y'all, not this kid."
Right,
And he
right.
said, "Why?" I said, "They figured out how to make more money on the customer." But if I ever install a pool, it's this way. Old
Yeah.
school, the only way to go. So anyway, the Polaris don't work on my pool, so I had to go get one of those. That don't work off the pool. That's an electric motor.
What brand is that?
I don't know. It was
Does it do a pretty good job?
$875 for that piece of shit.
So it climbs the wall.
Oh, listen, in 2 hours there won't be a speck of dirt.
Oh, really?
Nope. Not a speck. And I forgot about it and thought I left it on all night. It cuts off after a while. It just cuts off automatically, which is
Pretty
cool.
good, yeah.
Because sometimes, man, I'll get stoned and just watch it.
Yeah. For sure.
So anyway, I'm just this kid waiting on this kid, but
Man, I hate that you're having to fucking
my-
deal with me,
no,
man.
I ain't dealing with shit. He's gonna get it or not. But it's weird how these guys, man, they lean on me hard. I can't believe they,
You can't believe they didn't
Yes.
come through?
because they are always bothering me with something.
Right.
They own an irrigation system. I've been doing irrigation for 48 years,
Okay.
and they put in wells but they when they break down, they call me. They borrow my tools, man.
Yeah.
They won't bring them back.
These are the dudes across the street?
They bought my truck. I had that little guy, he got that badass truck, but he said I said, "What size motor is it?" He said, "It's a 5-point something." I said, "You know that Silverado up the street with the blue dinosaur wrap on it?" He said, "Yeah." I said, I sold that to them. That thing had an 8.1 Vortec motor in it. It was loaded. And I sold it because it was too fucking big.
Yeah.
And they said, "Tom, we need that truck. We're tired of seeing you haul around lawnmowers and shit."
Yeah.
He said, "We need that truck to haul trailers, big covered trailers and shit, and bobcats and shit." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'll give it to you for what I paid for it." And I want $300 worth of wax and vape, and because he has all that shit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he used to grow his own mushrooms, and he was good at it.
I love mushrooms, man.
Oh, I can get them. I can get the capsule, whatever you want. These guys, they got all kinds of shit. Yeah. I don't do them. I did some the other night. We went fishing while Billy was down.
Does Billy do them?
No, check this out. I didn't tell him. We were all down fishing at John's
Yeah.
at Brigadier's, and the guy gave me a mushroom candy bar, and I split it with my buddy Daryl. I gave him 2 and me 2, and Billy didn't know it because the guy didn't have any more. And then they said, "We're going back to the motel room." They came back down from Columbus. Jay Massey, nephew, friend of Billy's, old friend of Billy's, the Masseys.
Yeah, I remember that last name.
Yeah, so
From Columbus.
yeah. Now the kid that was here, I went in his room, and he said, "Come on back here." He's the one that got me the moon rock and the crumble and shit.
So is he getting that shit from?
Listen, man, I've been in a lot of places and sold a lot of shit and been seen a lot of shit. This motherfucker had 5 different quarter pounds of 5 different kinds of pot. Killer. He had a pound Ziploc baggie of caps. He had candy bars, mushroom candy bars, THC candy bars, gummies, bags and bags of gummies.
So he's getting that shit from a
5,000
dispensary.
milligrams gummy, THC gummies. The ones Billy's hooked on, they're 5,000 milligrams.
Billy
Listen,
takes.
I ate 5 of them. Billy said, I've eaten 3 and I'm okay, but I think I'm gonna eat 2 more. You're out of your fucking mind. And I don't sleep. And I slept for 3 hours. Then when I woke up, I had the driest fucking mouth, couldn't go back to sleep. That dude said, "You ate 5?" I said, "Yeah, one after another too." And he said, "I have a very high tolerance of pot.
Yeah.
Edibles don't really do it for me."
Edibles don't do shit for
Now,
me.
one day, that guy David up the street, he gave me a candy bar, a chocolate bar, and he said, "Don't eat the whole thing, Tom. Eat half of it. Don't even eat half of it." I ate half of it, and it was 4 o'clock, and I was like, "I don't feel nothing." I waited, 20 minutes went by, I don't feel nothing. I ate the whole thing. It was good. It tasted
Yeah.
good. Man, I went to bed while Lori was cooking dinner. Woke up at 11 o'clock. She's on the couch, and I said, "I'm hungry." "Fuck you. I was cooking dinner when you went to bed. You were snoring." I was like, "Nah, man, I was sleeping so good." But
Yeah, I don't sleep either.
I know some legal growers. The people who used to live across the street, her brother is a grower in California, and he was a grower in Colorado, and then he moved to California, and he had 2 different spots. One of them burned up. Fire got it. Yeah. I used to grow pot in the 70s.
I'm good.
I used to grow pot in the 70s, but all we could grow is sativa. That's all that would grow in that climate. If you grew
When you were
some
in
indica,
Columbus,
if you grew indica, it would dwarf. You could get a few buds off one, but just wouldn't grow. And we had to yield. We had to harvest at like November.
so the sativa is a hardier plant.
It is, but I don't like sativa. I like indica.
Yeah, I'm the same way. But you know, man, they say now
It's mixed. It's good.
They say now, though, that it's more about the terpenes than the actual indica or sativa.
But listen, man. I mean, I have gotten lately some skunk weed. That was some fucking skunk weed. And you could tell by look. The indica, it's gnarly looking
Right.
and fat.
It's
and,
rougher looking.
Yeah, and the sativa is long, but you know what I mean? But the indica gets gnarly. And I've had some good hybrids.
Yeah.
We got a hold of some shit 2 years ago. It was the best dope I ever smoked. It was called Zambuca. And we looked it up, and it had fucking everything. It had 50% THC, 50% DVD. And it was the perfect fucking weed. And we set up right here and I had my cookout, and Noah invited this fucking harmonica player. And I said, "Look, Noah, don't invite no harmonica player." "Oh, Dad, I invited Harvey, he's the old guy." I said, "You know, Noah," I know. And
What's the deal with the harmonica?
They don't know when to sit down.
They play all the time or what?
Yeah, they don't know when to shut up. They're stepping on the lead man. So anyway, he invites him. He comes and has his own amp. And now Noah looked at me. I'm like, "Fuck you, man. I told you not to invite him." So anyway, everybody at the party saying, "Tom, the harmonica player, you need to tell him to quit playing." I said, "Nope, I said, I told Noah not to invite him, even though I'm paying the band. Even though I'm paying. My brother, you could hear him on his video. Tom, you got to do something with Harvey. I said, listen, Noah invited him, and I'm trying to teach Noah a lesson. I told him no harmonica players. There's a reason. And so anyway, no man, I say to everybody, all right, I'm going to get it. When he's done, when they take a break, I'm going to pack a bowl and nobody smoke it. Let him smoke it. So I walked on, I said, hey, Harvey, I said, I lit it. I lit it. I said, listen, man. He said, I've been smoking pot before you was alive, Tom. I said, yeah, but you ain't never smoked nothing this good. This is the best dope I've ever smoked. He done had 2 of my margaritas, too. Now, he's an old motherfucker. He's like 80, 78, something like that, yeah. So anyway, I tell everybody he's smoking the pot. I said, I got $100 says he don't get back on stage. And I swear, and it was only the Zambuca. I didn't put nothing in.
Right.
Because I ain't like that.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I told him, this is some good shit. The best I've ever smoked. Me and Billy were sitting there, and everybody was watching. And he come out, and I said, all right, y'all, get back up there and play. And they started getting up there. Here he come, and he grabbed his harmonica, and he did this 3 times. And then he went like this. He went. And he squatted and then fell out right there in that grass. And I was like, before he finished, I was on it. Harvey, and his eyes were doing this. They were going all different ways. I thought he was having a stroke, so we picked him up, took him inside, and there was a nurse here and some women and the air conditioner, and I gave him a Gatorade and a water. And I said, you drink this. And you know what's funny is we met this guy at Blues Night at the Seville every Monday night since Noah was 14 years old. We go to this place when Noah's now the house band. We don't go every Monday anymore, only when Noah's the house band now, because he's built up to that. And he's now the best act there, you know. And they love him because they watched him grow up there.
Yeah.
So anyway, but they're all a bunch of old salty guys that don't know when to give it up, you know. And so he was one of them. He's one of them. And I said, all right, you just sit right here now, Harvey, and let me show you how it's done. And you sit right here in the air conditioner, and I'm going to show you how it's done. And he said, okay. So I come out, and I said, no, we're going to do Bad to the Bone. He rolls his eyes. Dad, do we have to? Yes, I'm showing Harvey how it's done. That he goes back, tells Phil, yeah, oh no, Dad. He said, how come you don't ever get up there? I said, because I'm done. It's my son's turn now.
Right.
You know, some people, Harvey, know when to say when. You know.
Does he still play with them?
He after that day,
he's
been
done.
the same since.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had a little mini stroke, but it wasn't my
Shit,
fault.
he had a stroke?
A mini stroke, yeah.
Fuck, man. Are you serious?
He said that well, we've seen him. He's been in there, but he said, I think it was the margaritas. I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
God almighty, man.
He didn't want to admit it was the weed, because I told him, hey, man, now this pot is the best I ever smoked.
Yeah.
And it was, man. The guy I got it from, I said, hey, how much more you got of that? He said, 3 ounces. I said, I'll take them all. He said, are you serious? I said, yeah. He said, why? I said, Arnie, that's the best dope I ever.
Did he say where it came from? Like California?
We know where it comes from. He just never grew it again.
He just never, I'm good. He just never grew it after that.
Yeah.
I wonder.
The guy, he tried growing all kinds of different stuff. They don't know what's good. Like, let me tell you what blew Arnie's mind. One time, Arnie had this pot that I really liked. And then 3 months later, he called me and he said, hey, come on over. I got something I want you to try. And I hit it, and I said, oh, my God, this is my shit. He said, God damn, Tom, you're good. I said, this is that shit, ain't it? He said, yeah, that's it. I've been smoking pot for 50 fucking years. I know everything about pot.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I don't want to smoke no bullshit.
Right.
I mean, dude, when I buy pot, I look at it with a jeweler's magnifying glass in the sun. I break it open. If I don't see sugar, I don't want it.
But let me ask you this: when 30 years ago, the pot wasn't this good. So how did you?
Yes,
what did you
it
do
was.
then?
Ask Billy. Listen, in 1977, my brother walked in my mom's house with a pound of blue Hawaiian. Okay?
Did that come from California?
It came from Jimmy Massey.
Okay.
He grew it.
Okay. So that's who Billy's still getting that shit from?
His son.
Okay, yeah. He said it was
Yeah.
some dude's son, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. and I told him, I bought him a gold bowl that you do this, you mash it, and the flame comes up over the bowl, and you hit it. It's awesome, man. Brushed gold. It was about $50. And I told him, they came down, and his dad was supposed to come with him. But you don't understand how much money I made off this guy over the years. In the 70s, man.
Oh.
I was selling weed for this guy's weed for like 15 years.
So how much would you pay for, like, would you get like a pound from him, or?
Yeah.
So how much was a pound back then?
It's about $1,600 for that. That was a lot for that.
But you turned it
$2
in.
grand.
You could turn it into.
I was the one who came up with 50 and 8. Yeah. Yeah, I came up with 50 and 8. Billy got busted with 2 ounces of that shit. And it was
Didn't
the best
Billy-
dope we ever seen. And I said, Billy, we only got a pound of this, so don't be selling it to anybody you don't know. Keep it in the family. Keep it with our people. Because they say, like, okay, here's the way it went down.
Did he sell to a police officer?
Yes, check this out, though. Here's what happened. Billy brought home this fucking pound of blue Hawaiian Sensimilla. We didn't never even know what Sensimilla was. Nobody even wanted the pot because it didn't have seeds in it.
Right. And
Yeah.
y'all are so used to having seeds,
Right.
y'all didn't
They
know.
thought- Right. And I'm like,
Because all the weed had seeds
I'm
then.
like, wait a minute. Think about that. We're buying it by weight, and this don't have seeds. Then my sister Donna said, Tom, roll one. And there was 8 people at this party that bought pot, that were dealers. And she said, just roll one. And I said, no. This shit was like gold, man. So I rolled a joint that big, and 8 people smoked it. And they were saying how I was crazy. You're not getting 50 and 8 for it. And then I smoked that little pinner with them, and they were all lined up. I had to go back and get more. Yeah, so anyway.
So 50 for an 8.
I'm the one who put the price on it. Billy didn't even know what to sell it for. He was giving it away. And I'm like, no, man, this shit's... Anyway, Jimmy Massey grew that shit. We was smoking blue Hawaiian in 1976. Yeah, so listen, the gold bud and the red bud back in that day was as good as this shit. I mean, it was tasty good.
Did that come from California?
Seedy though. No, it comes
Mex-
from Colombia.
Oh, okay.
Colombia and Mexico.
Is that where most of the weed came from
Mexico
back then?
and Colombia? Yes. And Colombia had better weed.
Yeah.
The Colombian was better. You wanted it, but it was harder to get. And it was seedy as shit. But
So
the red bud was killer, but we used to get this stuff called Belize, and Billy used to love it, and I used to get ounces of it. I didn't buy weight. I just bought ounces of it for like $135 an ounce, and it was danky, tasty shit. And the guy had it for years, same dope.
really?
And man, I was making a killing on that shit. And Billy called it Belize It or Not.
Believe it or not.
And he loved it. And I did too. It tasted like red bud. It had that red bud taste. Red bud had a hashy, good, it was dark green with red hairs in it. And it was real dense. And,
Yeah.
But you can't, you don't see those strands anymore. But
Why
that-
do you think that is?
I don't know. I don't know, because it makes me wonder how come some old hippie hasn't went and retrieved all these old strands now that they could, because they would sell people in my group. And
Y'all would buy
they'd
that.
pay $500 for a bag of Gold Bud. except it won't have no seed. Now listen to this. 3 years ago, I got a hold of some shit that was called Gold Train. And it was train wreck. You know, you ever hear of train wreck?
Yeah, train wreck. Yeah.
Okay, so it was that strand somebody grew with gold bud, and it tasted like the gold bud without the seeds,
Damn.
dude. And I bought it up. And the dude said, I said, hey man, how much can you get of it? He said, I don't know. I said, we'll find out. You know?
Yeah.
He said, the guy's got a quarter pound. I said, I'll take it. And then that same dude, this guy up the street, I had this 9mm Beretta for years, man. And it's just the line of work that I was in, I couldn't carry it no more. It was
Right.
too big.
Right.
You couldn't conceal it. So I said, he said, hey man, I like that Beretta you got. I said, I'll let you have it and the case for a quarter pound of the Skittles.
Yeah.
And he did it.
That was a
And,
good
oh,
deal.
it was good. I smoked every bit of it. I did, ask Billy.
Oh,
When
man.
Billy comes, Billy, when he comes here, his mission is to smoke up all my dope before he leaves. That's his goal. I'd like, go ahead, knock yourself out. But I'll tell you what's danky and tasty is these guys up the street, they have this bong. You plug it in, it has the heater on it, and it heats up perfect. Don't overheat. And you can put that crumble on it. Oh, man, it's tasty.
Yeah.
Tasty. Like pure sesame.
Oh man.
Right in your mouth, yeah. But you can sandwich some weed in a bong. That's what me and Billy do.
Yeah.
But I want you to know that when I got home today, I smoked a joint by myself. But I didn't take any weed to work with me because I was working on this garage that I'm building. It kind of looks like this for this doctor, and it ain't square.
Yeah, you said
And
you had to
it's-
build it not square. Yeah.
It fucked me all up. Okay, so you know how if you turn the post in to get this board that runs this way and flush, it
You're
won't.
gonna fuck the other side.
Yeah,
up.
you can't. And it's like, oh fuck, I'm fucked.
Sometimes you just have to overlap that shit and make that look when it's really not.
Yeah, I know, man.
I know what you're talking about though.
I told him from the get go, look, man, this shit ain't gonna look good, but I'll do it. I don't care how it looks. Like, well, then you got the right guy for the job. He said, no, he said, it looked good. I mean, it was when I got done with it. It was out of square, but I squared it. Brought it into square.
Yeah.
I framed it out and just had to buy an extra sheet and just split the sheet in half and boom. And he said, oh, no, that looks good, Tom. I said, yeah. He said, how'd you do that? I said, look up under it. It tells the whole story.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, man, I like that. And while I was fucking around looking for my tool, his fucking bull mastiff got out. This female bull mastiff. And I looked across the street. She was across the street looking in the yard, trying to get in the yard, the other dog. Like, God. And these fuckers got a Irish wolfhound.
Those
And
things
these-
are pretty big, aren't they?
Yes, two massive dogs, man. So let me ask you something. The person you're working on her house, is it your mom's friend?
Yeah,
That,
Rita.
her
she's not
husband's
down.
a gambler or something?
Yeah, they got divorced.
Isn't that what he does though? He
Yeah,
gambles.
he's a bookie or something.
Wow.
I didn't know it. I think I met him once, so I don't really know him, but yeah, he was a bookie in town, but they're divorced.
Wow.
They just got divorced. So
All right. Well, he didn't know Cheryl, did he? I mean, because Cheryl's into that home wrecking shit, dude. That's what she does on the side.
Maybe they got together. Hell, I don't know.
All
Dude,
right.
man, I'm sorry, man. I don't even want to be around her, man.
Yeah.
I know. It's fucked up. I'm sorry, man. I'm having to hang out here. I know
Nah,
this
dude,
isn't how you want to spend
hey
your
man,
Friday
listen,
night.
you're family, Chad. So you just relax, make yourself at home. I don't know this kid's number, but I'm fixing to go over there and talk to him. He used to walk to work, and I put that gate in for him.
Oh, so he could.
Go to Wendy's because he works right at
Oh,
Wendy's.
yeah, that was nice.
And I said, hey, man, but he didn't have that truck, you know. And I said, hey, I'm going to put a gate in here because I have parties and I tell them to park back there
Yeah.
instead of in my front yard because I got all this parking
Yeah.
back here. And the other side is all shaded. If they
Oh, so
park
that's parking
on,
lot? Yeah.
Yeah. If they park on the other side of the building, it's all shaded.
That's good.
And we have some good parties back here. Everything's under construction right now. But I used to have an 8-foot fence, but the storm came, and this motherfucker put up a 6-foot fence, and it was code. It used to be code that they had to do it. And now they're selling. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add to that fence. I'm going to raise the boards. And I'm going to raise the buttons. And I'm going to tell them, fuck off. I said, Tom, what's with all the ladders? I said, let me ask you something. What do you think I'd do for you? Really? I just want to know what you think about it.
Ladders are expensive as fuck.
Now,
too.
these motherfuckers are worth every dime. They're kind of pricey, but
This?
I've got 3 of them. But this one is the one I bought. This is the new baby right here.
Did you
And
get
it's
this at
heavy
Home
duty.
Depot?
I
Lowe's?
bought mine at Lowe's, but man, it's about $180 or something like that. But dude, it glides.
Really?
It's so easy, man. And they figured it out. They changed some things on it and just made it better. I've got the plastic ones though, but the brush is better.
Yeah, that's real firm too. Yeah.
And when it goes out, you can change them out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see,
Oh, yeah.
they
cool.
sell them.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
Because
it's-
eventually those would wear down. I
And
guess.
it's stainless and,
Yeah.
and aluminum. It's going to be forever. The other one, see, the other one, it had this thing here, an opening here, and so it leaked. And see, they figured it out now. They don't have that. It directs
So
water
it's
to.
2 sprayers.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's it.
I used it a couple weeks ago and I loved it, man. Let's go talk to the guy. All right, Al,